was present. Mr. President, you may recall that this morning, Senator Councilman and I approached you in respect of the fire outbreak at the famous Singa Market in Kano, where several lives were lost and properties worth billions of naira were destroyed that inferno. And I asked that we bring forward this motion to intimate this August Senate officially about what happened, and action taken by Mr. President to intervene in the matter in a way that those affected will have some succor in respect of what happened to them. Mr. President, you may wish to seek the indulgence of the senators to allow me to take this motion.
Distinguished colleagues, the Deputy Senate President actually approached me on this very terrible disaster. So, about the fire inferno at this all-important market. Is it the view of the Senate that he be allowed to continue to move the motion? Can he be allowed to move the motion? Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Yes, you may continue.
Thank you, Mr. President. And I also thank Senator Mgbeke because I heard her voice so loudly. For those who don't know, Mgbeke is one of us. She's from Kano as well. So thank you, Senator Mgbeke. One day we'll recall you back to Kano to help us to build our state. Mr. President, myself and Councilman and our own Senator Hanga are the sponsors of this motion on behalf of the people of Kano State. The Senate knows that the historic Singa Market, located in Kano, which is one of the largest commercial hubs in northern Nigeria, recently suffered a devastating fire outbreak of alarming magnitude. Also knows that the inferno reportedly destroyed goods and properties valued over 20 billion naira. Over 20 billion naira. Affecting more than 1,000 businesses, predominantly small and medium-scale enterprises that serve as the backbone of the local economy. Further notes, a very report about 7 persons have been declared missing as a result of the incident, with many traders and their families thrown into distress, uncertainty, and economic hardships. Aware that the market plays a crucial role in regional commerce, interstate trade, and employment generation, contributing significantly to economic activities within Kano State and the nation at large. Note from the preliminary reports that inadequate firefighting infrastructure, poor emergency response access, and lack of modern safety systems may have exacerbated the scale of the destruction. Concerned that the scale of destruction has not only crippled livelihoods, but worsened poverty, unemployment, and social instability in the affected community, due to the fact that many traders do not have insurance coverage, thereby compounding their vulnerability and economic losses. And also concerned that recurring fire incidents in major markets across Nigeria point to systemic deficiencies in the market infrastructure, regulatory compliance, and emergency preparedness, hence the need for government intervention to forestall future occurrence. Accordingly resolved, 1, all the federal government, through the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, to urgently assess the extent of damage and provide immediate relief materials and financial assistance to affected traders, as well as intensify search and rescue operations in collaboration with the security agencies for recovery of those missing. 2, all the Federal Fire Service to carry out a comprehensive audit of fire safety compliance in major markets across the Federation. Call on the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction to collaborate with the Kano State government to design a special intervention fund or sub-loan scheme, as well as an ultra-modern fire service station to be located in that market. In its effort to support the victims and rebuilding their businesses. And 4, mandate the Senate Committee on Interior and Special Duties to conduct an on-the-spot assessment and investigate the immediate and remote causes of the fire outbreak and report back within 4 weeks. Mr. President, the amount of money that was lost in the inferno is not 20 billion, but it's over 100 billion. Over 100 billion. That should be corrected. Please take note, Secretariat. Not 20 billion, 100 billion. Correct it, 5 billion was written there. It's 100 billion.
I remain Senator Ahmed Wadada, Sarkin Yakin Kefi, Magajin Dengi Lafia. I represent Nasarawa West Senatorial District. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, this is an experience too many. Particularly in this very mentioned market, Singa market. Singa market, as earlier on said by my colleagues that spoke before me, it is an international market that neighboring countries rely on. While I sympathize and commiserate and also align myself to this motion, I think we should go beyond what we are doing now, which has been like a ritual. Anytime there is a disaster, we stand up here, sympathize, commiserate, and call on NEMA. There is every need we go beyond that, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. What is the root of all this? Where is it coming from? Because this particular market was ablaze 2-3 weeks before now. So within the span of 1 month, 2 fire disasters in the same place. So we really need to look into the root or the source or what is or are the causes of these disasters. If it is the market arrangement or the stores or the stall arrangement, or it is the way and manner traders conduct themselves, do they just keep inflammable items within the market? In a nutshell, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, we need to get to the root of this. Otherwise, it will be an experience that, God forbid, we will continue to experience. Having said this, once more, I sympathize and I commiserate, and I also pray that the Lord, in His infinite mercies, put a stop to this. Amen. Thank you.
My distinguished colleagues, my name is Senator Ireti Kingibe, representing the Federal Capital Territory. But on behalf of my Kano origins, and growing up and spending a lot of time in Kano, Kano is an international commercial hub, not even a national one. And the loss of that market is a very big economic blow to Kano and Nigerians. I want to lend my voice to support that motion, that everything that needs to be done should be done. Thank you, my distinguished colleagues. Thank you. I so submit.
My distinguished colleagues, I am Senator Dicket Plang. I represent Plateau Central. I rise to commiserate with our dear brothers and the people of Kano, where I did my NYSC and where I also worked for 1 year before I resigned to go and contest election and become a councillor in my local government. The single market, as rightly said by our Senator Mgbeke, is one of the markets that has international patronage, not just Nigerian patronage. And Kano also is another community where all Nigerians freely stay and undergo businesses. And therefore, the losers or victims of this market may not necessarily end up just being Kano indigents, but it will be that Nigerians are affected because of the free accommodation of Nigerians in Kano. And therefore, as much as we are sympathizing with the Kano state government and the people of Kano, we're also sympathizing with Nigerians because Nigerians are victims. May we continue to look at the sources of this fire inferno in our country, because it keeps on repeating itself from one state to the other. Prevention is better than cure. It's better we prevent than for it to happen and we come out here sympathizing. All other requests met as far as assistance that should be done, we are in total support. May God continue to protect us, and may God continue to give strength to our businessmen to continue to remain resilient, even at this tempted episode that has taken place. I sympathize with all of us. Thank you for the opportunity.
I am Suleiman Abrahaman Kawu Sumaila, representing Kano South Senatorial District from Kano. Of course, Mr. President, I am here to second the motion heavily moved by distinguished Senator Barau I. Jibrin, who happened to be DSP and Senator from Kano. After seconding the motion, Mr. President, I think I have to urge the Senate to join us and Mr. President in commiserating with the good people of Kano, not Kano alone, but Mr. President, that market, single market, is not the market of Kano, Northwest or Northern Nigeria. It is an international market which our surrounding countries, more especially Niger, Chad, Cameroon, up to Central Africa, depend on that market on the provision of essential commodity. Mr. President, the situation is very facetic. The situation is very facetic. And of course, we commended the Mr. President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Army Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who constituted a delegation under the chairmanship of our Vice President, Alhaji Senator Kashim Shettima, with the Speaker, House of Representatives, DSP, and of course myself, Minister of Humanitarian, one member from the House, Honorable Bichi, Minister and NEMA. Of course, Mr. President donated 5 billion through this delegation to the people of Kano State Osinga Market. And we also commended the effort of our APC governors, 30 APC governors, who therefore contributed another 3 billion yesterday. Mr. President, my dear distinguished and respected colleague, I want you to support this motion and approve the prayers of this motion, and pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give them quick recovery from the shock. Mr. President, I so second and contributed. Thank you, Mr. President.
To tell the Senate, even though Senator Kauswela has said it, that the president gave those that were affected or affected by the fire inferno 5 billion naira. And the governors of the entire North gave 3 billion. So I feel it's good to tell the Senate officially what the president has done and to thank Mr. President. He has shown that he's a father to all of us. And those affected are very, very happy. And they told me to convey the message of their commendation for president, and that I should thank the president.
So bring that as additional prayer. Additional prayer.
Additional prayer, okay, to
Yes.
additional prayer.
Thank you.
Okay.
Is this call it prayer 1?
The additional prayer is to commend Mr. President for his immediate intervention by release of 5 billion naira in order to help those affected by the fire inferno, as well as commending the governors of Northern State for paying out 3 billion to those affected, in order to also help to bring succor to those that are affected by this inferno.
Governors of, is it one governor or 3 governors?
No, the 19 Northern governors.
Okay.
30 APC governors, sorry. The Progressive Governors Forum, APC governors, all the 30 APC governors are those ones
3
that
billion
gave
each. 3 billion each.
3 billion. Yes.
Each.
all of them collectively gave 3 billion to those affected. And Mr. President alone gave 5 billion. So we are commending Mr. President for his intervention. When we say president, is it not federal? Is the same thing now? Opposition has said no. Do we bring politics to this again? It shouldn't be politicized. Senator Tambuan.
Okay.
So
Any seconder? Any seconder? Any seconder of the motion? Yes, Senator Babangida.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. I'm Babangida Husseini, representing Jigawa Northwest. I rise to support the motion ably moved and canvassed by the Deputy Senate President for the additional prayer. Thank you.
Well, an additional prayer has been proposed by the President of the Senate and seconded by Senator Babangida, that we should commend the President and the federal government of Nigeria for immediate intervention of the donation of 5 billion naira to the victims of the fire inferno, and also commend the governors, the APC Governors Forum, for collectively putting together 3 billion to beef up the support, support for the presidential donation. So I believe that the commendation is in order. So this Senate commends President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, for his on-the-spot donation of 5 billion naira, and also commends the Governors Forum, led by Governor Hope Uzodinma, for the further additional support of 3 billion from the 30, is it 30 governors of the APC or 30? Oh, I thought it has reached 32 by now. Those in support of this additional prayer as move and second, they say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Yes, Senator Ashiru, additional prayer.